Enrique, I think it's important for people to know how many quarts of Ethos you've drank over the years.
Like
tenth of an ounce at a time.
500 gallons.
I think, Ruben, it comes back. I remember the first time I met Enrique, it came back to the same thing. It's one bottle at a time.
That's right.
That doesn't change. It goes back to one bottle at a time, and then that's why when you put what they built here, then the branding that we're bringing on this side, and then this
Right.
method of distribution, this is what gets it to the masses, and this is where the opportunity lies. You've got the best mousetrap in the world. If the world doesn't know about it, and you don't try it, then
I agree.
it doesn't matter. It's just there, and that's why when you've got the motorsports and various types of branding we're doing, that's what really brings it all
I agree.
over the top.
Right. I know some have to get going. I have one pressing question. The marketing strategy between 89 to 91 octane and what they add to it from a base product, and the mix of Ethos going in lieu of high octane because of its ash or 99.97% burn. Can you speak to all that, what you find at the pump, and how Ethos could bring it up to that level?
Okay, we kind of mix a couple things. The ashless test means that we have no carbon. Okay, the carbon is the issue with pollution of the world.
Okay.
So what it proves is that our carbon content is 0. The latest ashless test, which we did about a month ago, is beyond what we've saved. We cut it down recently to 99.99, but we proved out 001 of ash was left, which in the report itself, if you read the report, it says that is enough, that qualifies as instrument error, the .001. So we are 100% ashless, although in chemistry you can't say that.
Wow.
So we are ashless. I mean, obviously the components we know, we've always been ashless. 99.997 was close enough,
Right.
but now we're 100%.
It's
But
impressive.
that just goes to tell you that when it burns, because it burns, nothing is emitted in the air. We are not putting any carbon in the air. However you want to call it, it's not going in. The octane rating is an interesting thing. Octane is a number, a reference number, that in the early 20s, fuel companies were battling against each other. So Mr. Rockefeller, with all his Standard Oils of Ohio and New York and all those things, decided to make a fuel called Whiz-Bam 220. And he used to say it's 220. So the guy across the street at Sun Oil Company decided, we'll make it, said, you guys better develop some sort of a standard here that we can say we can do it. So then, okay, Sun took up a thing called the motor method. They said, we'll take a motor of a certain size and put in this much fuel, see how long it runs. Okay, so then they got that. Okay, it ran 260, amazingly enough. And then Chevron, or Standard at the time, turned around and did the other method, and it made a mess. So they said, okay, let's take all of this, put it all together, and average it, and then we'll get this, and we'll call it octane. It means absolutely nothing. The word is an invented word that means nothing. To us, it means, they tell me to put 87, I put 87, and 91 is more expensive.
Must be better.
Okay. The base fuel is all the same. The octane number indicates how much temperature it will accept before it explodes. When you have a high compression engine, compression increases heat. So if you have high compression with low grade fuel, low octane rating, it will explode before the piston reaches the very top. And you get what's called ping, knock, da-da-da-da, valve clatter, blah, 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 because it's exploding before the piston has reached the top. So you need an additive that lets it get higher temperature before it explodes. that is the additive they put in to make the octane rating higher and higher and higher. That's why it costs more money, because that additive costs money.
Is that petroleum based?
Yes.
But Enrique, my wife's car, we don't buy premium anymore.
Right.
We use Ethos in every tank, and we use the lowest grade fuel, and there is no more knocking
Okay,
or
but the
cleaning.
key to this whole thing is that the heat,
And we're saving like 30 cents.
the heat that's being produced is not being produced by the explosion yet. The heat is being produced by friction and compression. So when you lower the friction, you're lowering the temperature inside, and it's allowing the piston to reach the top.
Okay.
The fuel itself is the same.
Right.
And I know we've all heard people talk to us about, oh, no, my car, it gets so much better gas mileage on 92.
It says like on the window, you need to use 97 or better or 91 or
Right.
better. But when you put the stuff in there, it works.
I have a
Works on
500
regular.
I have a 550 horsepower Porsche back there that's supposed to run on 103, which you can't buy in the United States. So they say, they have a sticker that says, it's okay if you use 97. Where do you get 97? Okay? Not in
93,
California.
91.
Okay? I run it on 87, and it's perfect, as long as the Ethos is in.
Right.
If I don't put Ethos in it, I have variable cam timing, and every time you accelerate without it, you can hear those cams
Right.
spooling up. So.
And this is really important for new distributors to realize that, you know, just by using the product, if you have a car that states that you have to use high octane, if you drop your octane, the cost between the 10 and the 15 cents per gallon